You're listening to AI PRISM from Seoul Economic Daily.
Before we start, 4 things happening in Korea's financial sector today that you need to know. A banned Chinese crypto exchange is routing Korean won through personal bank accounts again. High credit borrowers are facing steeper loan rate increases than low credit ones. Not what you'd expect from a loosening cycle. Korea's local elections just ended, and now there's serious talk of moving the FSC and IBK out of Seoul. And Korea's supplemental health insurance system posted a 1.87 trillion won deficit last year, roughly 1.3 billion US dollars. It's Thursday, June 4th. Let's break down what's happening in Korea's financial sector. All 4 of these stories connect through one thread. Regulatory enforcement in Korea is struggling to keep pace with market behavior in crypto, lending, institutional structure, and insurance. Start with BTCC. This is a China-based crypto exchange blocked by Korea's Financial Intelligence Unit last year for operating without registration. Seoul Economic Daily confirmed it's back. Users transfer Korean won to personal accounts at IBK, Jeonbuk Bank, and Toss Bank. The exchange then credits USDT, a dollar-pegged stablecoin, to their trading accounts. BTCC is running Korean-language Facebook ads offering up to 30,000 USDT as a sign-up bonus. This transaction method was explicitly outlawed under Korea's revised financial information law in 2021. Banks say they can't easily detect it. The transfers look identical to ordinary personal payments. On lending, Korea's 5 major banks, KB, Shinhan, Hana, Woori, and NH Nonghyup, reported that average unsecured loan rates rose 29 basis points between January and April, reaching 5.14%. The counterintuitive finding is in the breakdown. The highest credit tier, scores above 951, saw rates climb 16 basis points. Borrowers below 600 actually paid less. The reason? Low credit products include policy-backed and social finance loans insulated from market rate movements. The benchmark 1-year bank bond yield rose 20 basis points over the same period, and that increase flowed directly to prime borrowers. Now the relocation story. With June 3rd local elections concluded, the Lee Jae-myung administration is expected to push forward on its second round of public institution relocations as part of a 5-pole regional growth strategy. The FSC moving to Sejong is the most discussed scenario. IBK is being targeted for Daegu. Both mayoral candidates from rival parties ran on that pledge. FSS Governor Lee Chan-jin has publicly opposed any move, arguing supervisors must be near the financial firms they monitor. But observers note that if the FSC leaves Seoul, FSS loses its rationale for staying. Legal complications exist. The IBK Act and the Deposit Protection Act both specify Seoul as headquarters, requiring legislative amendments. Finally, health insurance. Korea's Silsunboheom, the supplemental health insurance system covering 36.2 million policies, posted a 1.87 trillion won deficit in 2025. The loss ratio hit 101%, crossing back above the break-even point after briefly dipping below in 2024. The headline finding, musculoskeletal treatments, physical therapy and extracorporeal shockwave therapy generated 2.7 trillion won in claims, more than cancer and cardiovascular disease claims combined at 2.6 trillion. Robotic surgery claims jumped 72% year-on-year. The FSS says 5th-generation insurance products are the fix. For foreign financial firms operating in Korea, the BTCC case signals crypto enforcement remains patchwork. The lending divergence means prime retail borrowers are absorbing market rate risk disproportionately. Institutional relocation, if it proceeds, shifts who you call for regulatory meetings. And the health insurance deficit is structural. It will drive changes in Korea's non-reimbursed medical billing market. Watch for the government's second public institution relocation roadmap, expected within weeks. Watch for the FSC's response to BTCC and whether banks face any penalty exposure. And watch for FSS guidance on 5th-generation health insurance rollout timing. That's today's AI PRISM Finance Daily. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI PRISM is a WAN-IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI PRISM from Seoul Economic Daily.